in the forms of market, I would start with perfect competition. Perfect competition is such a type of market which fulfills certain conditions, certain characteristic features. If all the features are fulfilled, then we can consider that market to be perfect competition or perfectly competitive market. Feature number one, there is a large number of buyers and sellers. Many buyers, many sellers. It's a very large number. Not 2, 5, 10, 20. It can be 100, 200, 500, 1000, even more than that. And as there is a very large number of buyers and sellers, so no one can influence the market price, because each one's share in the market is quite negligible, and that is why no individual seller can influence the market price. Feature number two, homogeneous products are sold. Homogeneous products are sold. Homogeneous means all exactly identical. Same products are sold. In the perfect competition market, all the sellers sell homogeneous products or same products. Homogeneous in respect of color, shape, size, fragrance, packing, names, everything same. And that is the reason, as the products are all homogeneous, so the price remains constant. No one can charge a different price. No one can charge something unique price. And that is why the seller is called, each and every seller in perfect competition is called price taker. Price taker. Because every seller has to take that price which is going on in the market. Has to accept that price which is going on in the market. In the entire market, the price is set by price mechanism. That is the market forces of demand and supply. Now feature number three, free entry and free exit. There is freedom of entry and exit. Suppose if all the existing sellers are earning supernormal profits, that is positive profits, good amount of profits, then the outsiders or external people who were not doing this business so long, they can become interested to start this business, and then they can enter this market. No restriction is there against this entry. No restriction. Free entry. Freedom of exit is also there. Suppose if all the sellers are incurring losses, they are running under losses, then some of the existing sellers can leave the market, can quit from the market, can exit from the market. They can start something else. That is also freely done. There is no restriction against that. So freedom of entry and exit. And the implication of this feature, freedom of entry and exit, is that because of free entry and free exit in perfect competition market, in the long run, that is a long time period, all the firms in perfect competition market will earn normal profit. Normal profit. Now what is normal profit? Normal profit is actually not profit. Normal profit is a situation where it is no profit, no loss situation. Zero profit, zero loss. So this is the implication of free entry and free exit. Feature number four, all buyers and sellers should have perfect knowledge about the market. All buyers and all sellers should be aware what is going on in the market. What prices are set? Are the qualities of the products really same? Are the products really identical or homogeneous? So regarding everything in the market, they are aware. Buyers and sellers should have perfect knowledge about the market. Feature number five, there is no transportation cost. There is absence of transportation cost. Now this is assumed here as a feature because if there is transportation cost involved, then see, transportation cost may differ, may vary from seller to seller, from businessman to businessman, it may vary. And if it varies, then the product prices will also vary. But it is assumed here that price will remain constant, price will remain the same. And that is why it is believed here that there is no transportation cost. Though this particular feature seems to be quite absurd. Feature number six. The sixth feature, the last feature, is in perfect competition market, there is perfect mobility of the factors of production. There is perfect mobility of the factors of production. That means, mobility means can move. The factors of production, like labor, can move from one seller to another seller. Suppose if I'm a laborer and working under one seller today, maybe after 1 week or after 1 month, I don't like the job profile. I may leave that job and may join another seller. I may work under another seller. There is no restriction against that. So these are all the features or characteristic features of perfect competition market. Now, if anyone asks me, where is example? Give some examples of perfect competition market. I would say I can't give, because in reality, in actual practice, in the whole world, there is no example of perfect competition. Certain features are there which are not fulfilled, like homogeneous products, like no transportation cost. That is why there is no real life example of perfect competition market. It is sheer theoretical concept. Now, a subtype of perfect competition, there is another type of market which is called pure competition, P-U-R-E, pure competition market. In case of pure competition market, there are three features only. What are the three features? Number one, there is a large number of buyers and sellers. See, the same feature which was the first feature of perfect competition. Number two, homogeneous products are sold by the sellers. Again, the second feature is same as in perfect competition. And feature number three, there is freedom of entry and exit. Again, the third feature of perfect competition. Thus, the first three features of perfect competition are the three features of pure competition. There are only three features in pure competition, and these three features are nothing but the features of perfect competition, the first three features of perfect competition. Now, if you ask me examples of pure competition, also I would say there is no example, because products are homogeneous. We can't find in reality that there is a large number of buyers and sellers, and all those many sellers are selling homogeneous products, same products. So this is all about perfect competition, pure competition. Now we come to monopoly. The next type of market is monopoly. Now see, this word monopoly, M-O-N-O-P-O-L-Y, is an English word which is actually derived from two Greek words, and the two Greek words are monos and polos. M-O-N-O-S, monos, which in Greek language it means single, and polos, P-O-L-U-S, in Greek language it means seller. So monopoly is such a market form, such a type of market in which there is only one seller. There is a single seller. There is only one seller. So this is the essence of monopoly. The most important feature of monopoly is there is only one seller. This is the first feature. So feature number one, there is only one seller. No competitor, no rival, no one else in the market who sells that kind of product. Feature number two, the product which is sold by a monopoly seller doesn't have any close substitute in the market. The product or service which is sold by a monopoly seller does not have any close substitute in the market. How can it be? How can it be that there is a close substitute? Suppose if there is close substitute of the product in the market, then there cannot be one seller. There will be more than one seller, and then it would not be a monopoly market. So it is essential that there is only one seller, and the product or service which is sold by a monopoly seller does not have any close substitute. Now feature number three, entry of new firms is completely restricted, or we can say closed entry of new firms. Entry of new firms is closed. Now who poses these barriers or restrictions against the new firms? The authority of the state or the authority of the country. Now before going to the next features, I will tell you about the examples of monopoly. Yes, there are examples, like in Kolkata, in India, in Kolkata, we have an example, CESC, Calcutta Electric Supply Corporation. This is an example of monopoly because in proper Kolkata, there is only one organization which generates and supplies electricity to proper Kolkata, and that is CESC. Indian Railways, that is another example, because in the whole country of India, the only organization or the department which runs trains, all type of trains, are run by Government of India's Railway Department. So these two are glaring examples of monopoly organizations. Now, in case of any monopoly organization like these two also, the authority of the state or the authority of the country, like in case of CESC, the authority of the state of West Bengal, they pose restrictions or impediments against the entry of new firms, And in case of Indian Railways, it is a part of the central government, so no question of any new firm to enter. So far, I have discussed 3 features of monopoly. Feature number 4. In monopoly market, the monopoly seller is the price maker. He or she sets the price. The firm owner sets the price according to his own wish and will. There's no one to dictate, there's no one to control, there's no one to influence. If the customers or consumers are to buy the commodity, they have to buy that at that price, which is set by the monopoly seller. So the monopoly seller is